Good evening and welcome back. So, today it wasn't a great day, but not a bad day too. We had a series of push and pull during the day with multiple trades and did manage to capture two trades with momentum. While not many, but quite a few are not comfortable with the push and pull that we do, but sorry to say that is required as a part of trading. Markets is or markets are not organized nor they follow any specific instructions. Okay, but as a human being we do expect markets to adhere to our expectation and fulfill the same, which leads to our own destructions. A trader is the one who knows when to remain in the game and when to back out from the same. He is aware that there are enormous opportunity ahead, but if he stick to his trade emotionally, expecting him to be, gaining from the same one, then that is going to be a problem for him. Markets doesn't care who are you and what are your needs and expectations. You need to act as market act. You need to change as market changes. Failing to do so will cost you money. Push and pull is required to ensure that your capital remains safe, so you can trade better in coming sessions. Rather trying too hard to make money from something which is not going to work out. That is emotions, nothing else. Get used to push and pull of the trades. If you cannot handle it due to some or the other reason, or you are tied up into some work, you cannot focus well, it is better to avoid trades during that specific period where you cannot focus or where you cannot monitor the trades. But trade the way it needs to be rather the way you want it to be. Even if no profits, then I'm glad at least with the push and pull trades I'm able to save your capital so that you can trade well in further sessions. We did make a decent amount today, not really great as yesterday, but because of the frequent push and pull, we actually decided that we are not going to trade after 117 or 115 in the noon, and the actual momentum, it actually picked up after 1:30. So by the time I have already closed my terminal and decided not to move ahead for the day. It happens. Nothing wrong in it, or nothing that is missed at the moment. You got your capital, you can trade the further opportunities, so nothing is lost. So don't get disappointed. We will trade as we have been trading many such, burst out trades or bigger trades. I never call a jackpot trade because that is a gambler's fallacy. Looking for a jackpot trade, something big overnight. Such things are nothing but stupidity. So don't get into those mindsets. Yes, we being a directional traders, we will always be looking for bigger trades. Now it's a different thing how it needs to be managed. That's a different task, and applying and following the process that needs to be handled and managed well. So we have been trying to do that same as well. So after some gyan, now coming back to the Bank Nifty setup, that is for the day after tomorrow, that is 15th of April. Before that, again a request to subscribe to the channel please and forward the same. Moving on, number one, pattern formations. As you see in front of you, there has been a sort of a wider downward sloping channel which has been formed with the new low that we have created so far. Okay, I decided to not to trade any longs for the day today because market have indicated quite a bearishness and quite a negativity in the last session, and to the previous session it has been trading. So that is what I that is the opinion, or rather the view, that I continue to hold until the end of the session, or until the end of the trading session that we begin from the morning, which is fine. There was a reason to it, which I'm not going to discuss out here. I will be discussing that with my technical traders in detail, the technical reasons behind it. But with respect to the pattern formation, a downward sloping channel has been formed with the test of the low today and then bouncing back. Along with the ascending triangle which has been formed, and this is the breakout that has taken place at 1:30 while we were away from our terminal. Had it been the case, looking at such aggressive candle, I would have triggered the trade to the member of the channel, so they could have made a bit of gain out of it. But it happens. Multiple formations, 1, 2, we already have a breakout to it. Now this is the third, which is steeply upward trending channel, which indicates the aggression of the move that is taking place. But the level where it have closed for the day is bit tricky. Okay, though we have closed at the levels of 31,700 odd, or 700 or 800 odd, it does indicate that it can move slightly further towards upward moment, but high probability that it may get caught at 32,000 levels, which is also the OI resistance. Not only the resistance of the channel, but it is also the OI resistance and also the derived resistance that we have for the coming session. Okay, if at all it takes a resistance, it might resume the fall, and this time when it resumes the fall, it wouldn't stop at the low which has been created, rather it will break it down further and will drag deeper. That's one of the probability. The second probability is, if at all this resistance is broken out, which is the OI resistance. So ideally, if you are trying to enter beyond or above the OI resistance, have some decent amount of buffer. So I would be looking for a buffer, or to be the entry level to be around 32,150 or 32,200 approximately, to be the levels for me to be entering into long position. Okay, once we enter into this long position, then we are going to look for the levels of 32,960 or to 33,000. That is the range of the target that we are going to look for once it breaks out this specific congestion zone or the resistance zone. Okay, I'm not at the moment, I'm a bit indecisive. In the previous session I was very bearish, but looking at the momentum that has happened today, but this was purely a short covering move. There isn't much positions that is indicating that there is an intent or there is a conviction from the traders which indicates further bullish run to be taking place. So it is indecisive at the moment. The rally or the surge that has taken place on the chart is purely because of the short covering move. Why this short covering move led today is because tomorrow is holiday, and day after tomorrow when market opens, it will be an expiry day. Okay, so most of the premium of your options will be opening at less than half. Okay, so people wouldn't want to carry any sort of position, because we at the moment Indian market is trading a bit opposite to the global markets. Okay, so that might have triggered the fear amongst the trader that anything can happen in a day. So it's better to square off all the short positions and better remain nil for the day. We will see what fresh positions to be taken on the day when we open on the expiry day. So I'm not very much excited, or not very much bullish, or not very much bearish at the moment, but there is that we have setup in front of us. We know at what levels what needs to be seen, how it needs to act, and based on what reaction what we need to do. That is pretty clear out here. Okay, this is the level where we will be looking to enter into the long trade. If we enter into the long trade and if that works out well, then we are going to look for at least a gain of 800 to 900 points on the Bank Nifty to the upside. If it tests this and fails to break out, rather it begins to fall from here, we will be entering into an aggressive short trade. Okay, while all these levels are going to act as a support, most likely the 31,500 along with these supports are going to act as a OI support along with the supports are going to act as a support. So let's see how it turns out on the expiry day. So the breakout appears to be a bit simple. but if you have to trade short on Thursday, that is going to be a bit tricky and could be a bit choppy, unless and until you do not break the level of 31,000 decisively. It is going to be a bit choppy. Once you break down the level of 31,000, the indicator targets for that day is around 30,500, but if it have failed to hold the level somewhere around here and it has broken down 31,000 level, so it is not going to stop at 30,500, rather it is going to drag further down towards the level of 30,000 odd, 30,100 or 30,000. That is the level which it may get, it might want to test. Number 2, with respect to the open interest, the OI data, at 31,000 we got 8.8 lakh of put shorts which are built today itself. Most of the put shorts have been built today itself. So not really very strong. These are the fresh positions which got created, but by going by the numbers at the moment, this is sort of a strong support which it can hold. If at all it begins to make a bit of fall, but since these were very fresh positions, I think, or based on the experience that I have been from so many years, if it even gives a bit of jerk at the levels of 31,000, and if it manages to trade somewhere around 30,900 or between this, the traders who have actually shorted the put of 31,000, expecting it to be holding the levels, if it begins to make a fall, they are going to get into a panic mode. The moment it breaches 30,800, 30,750, all these put shorts are going to lead to short covering, which will extend the fall and generate a thrust towards the level of 30,500. And now it depends how the trader at 30,500 put short put the put sellers, how they react, or what sentiment gets triggered at that level. 31,500 got 4.25 lakh of put shorts along with 1.5 lakh of a call short. So this is sort of a moderate support. Somewhere around here, it is yet a moderate support. 32,500 got 5.1 lakh of a call shorts, which is not really sort of a too strong, but yes, some bit of call shorts are there which may act as a resistance, depending upon the way we open, how it gets traded, what sort of additional OI is getting built after the session is opening. Those all things needs to be evaluated. And it being Thursday, so be ready for the for the volatile ride, for the choppy ride, for something unexpected. That's how the expiries are. On expiries, I always suggest in the morning that you should be trading with not more than 30% of your actual capital. If you have been trading with the fullest capital between Friday to Tuesday or Wednesday, you should be trading with only 30% of that capital on Thursday. Number 2, you should be trading with the same number of lots that you have been trading between Friday to Tuesday. Okay, if you have been trading with just one lot, you should be continuing trading with one lot. If you have been trading with 4 lots between this Friday to Tuesday, then you should be continuing with 4 lots only. It is not necessary that if the premium prices have been erased more to less than half, then you got an opportunity to increase your lot size. That's the wrong philosophy. That's the wrong theory. You need to continue trading with the same number of lots on expiry days as well. Number 3, strikes. So if you are entering long somewhere about 32,200, it is better that you enter with the strike which is the immediate next one. So if you are entering at 32,200, you should be looking for this strike to be entering with 32,200 or at the max 32,300. With the put, if you are entering somewhere around 31,200, then you should be looking to enter with the put of 31,200 or 31,100. Either the same strike as the spot is currently or the immediate next one. Okay, don't go beyond 100 points or rather 200 points, 300 points or 400 points, because they will invite the short sellers. If there is any sort of gain in the premium, increase in the premium, they will get attracted and they will begin to add more to their short position. So always try to trade on expiry with this near to the spot strike or immediate next one strike. the trend for the coming session is indecisive. I'm not going to say it is bearish, it is bullish. It is indecisive, but we know somewhere that the rally which has happened today during the last hour of the session was purely because of the short covering. So not getting too overconfident that it is going to be a short trade. Let's see how it opens, how it turns out to be, and then we will be, after gauging the directions, we will be entering into the same. Overall trend at the moment is negative. Overall trend at the moment is still negative. From 37,000 you are at 31,700 after testing the levels of 30,500. Not really too high from the correction that has happened, but can consider this to be just a bounce and nothing else. Okay. This is the correction that has so far happened, and this is just one bounce that we are seeing at the moment. So there hasn't been any change in the trend, or there hasn't been any sort of reversal at the moment. We are still negative from the shorter time frame perspective. To get associated with me, you need to do two things. You can first you need to join the 888 Trade Telegram channel. The link is shared in the description box. Second, you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button, hit the bell icon for instant updates and setup and stock picks. Key things to remember while trading that I keep repeating: margin versus position sizing. I just gave you a bit of brief on the position sizing that you need to adhere to on the expiry day. Managing positions while in profit or loss. I just briefed you about the push and pull methods that we usually follow while we are trading. So as a trader, you should not get caught with the emotions. Okay? You should be neutral at all the times. You should be ready to to close your trades the moment you see the momentum are not picking up. So we trade based on two things: indications and momentum. Our entry will be based on indications, and we will be looking for momentum as soon as we enter. If we are not getting the expected momentum after we have made an entry, we will not be holding the trade no matter what. After we have exited from the trade, and then if momentum is getting picked up, we will re-enter into the same trade. No one is going to stop us. We will enter into the same trade. But if a momentum is not getting picked up, if there are indications that that there is a reverse momentum which is going to get triggered, so doesn't make sense is holding the trade which is not going to work out. So work on this. Loss quota. Every trader has a loss quota. I have given the formula, or rather the way how to calculate your loss quota. Once that is breached, you should not be trading further. And most important, psychology while you are trading. Okay. Technicals and everything I will be guiding you, but psychology is something on which I can preach you but cannot make you practice onto it. You have to accept, you have to understand, and you have to practice it on your own with your psychology. Okay, I will have a separate video for psychology of the trading, or during the trading, how you need to think and all, because most of the traders, if they hit with even a small loss like 500 rupee or 1000 rupee, their focus will be more on covering that losses on the very same day. Okay, even if they manage to cover a bit of that loss, maybe 50 or 70 odd % of the loss is covered, they will still continue trading now with an expectation to make something out from the day. So I will have a video onto this. So this is not the right approach, not the right mindset. You are still thinking as a part of the 90% of the traders who participate in the market just to lose money. You are still far away from those 10% of the traders who are thinking opposite to your thoughts. So just wait and watch. I will be back with that video or the audio for you. That's it from my end for today. All the very best, and we will resume on Thursday. Thank you. Bye bye.